Hey everybody, my name's Alex. I'm the Rideshare Chef. Welcome to this week's video. I'm sorry it's a little late. I try to get these out at the beginning of the week. But, you know, I'm a full-time dad and a full-time husband also, and I had a big old honey-do list this week. So I spent my day off doing that instead of editing my video. And so now I'm getting around to this thing. And, you know, I'm still feeling this out. It may not always be on Monday. But, you know, got a toilet paper holder reattached, got some coat hooks hung up for my kids so they have place for coats and backpacks, and did a great big old Lego table IKEA hack, which I'm probably going to post a video of that too. But that was a lot of fun. So I got all that stuff done this weekend. I also want to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to my wife. Tuesday was our wedding anniversary. 14 years together. She's been putting up with me, and you know, congratulations to her. She fully puts up with my nonsense, including this. She's a wonderful person. She really is, and I love her. Happy anniversary, honey. It's on the internet now. You can't take it down. Anyway, a lot going on in the car this week too, so hold on folks, here we go. Hope you all had a good holiday. I know it was good for me and a lot of the drivers here in Louisville. Kind of a weird situation. It wasn't really that busy right up until midnight. But then after midnight, it all broke loose. I stopped about 10 minutes till 12, turned off, just kind of sat and waited because I knew nothing was going to happen right there at 12 o'clock. Then waited a little bit longer, you know, like a good Uber driver, waiting for see if there's a surge. And about 12:15, it popped, like 1.9. We still do multipliers here in Louisville, and just went up from there. I turned on XL only on my app and went to town. Just, you know, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. It was funny though, because I'm sitting there, and it's one of those, you think something's going to happen, you don't know if it's going to happen. You know, you hope something happens. I was thinking about it today, and it was like, you know, spoiler alert, if you've seen the movie Ready Player One, Parzival thinks he's figured out the first clue to the Easter egg by driving backwards. So he's sitting there right as the race gets started. Everybody's like, you know, looking at him, and then the other girl is like, you figured it out, didn't you? And everybody else goes forward, and he's like, you know, goes backwards because he's figured it out. And so I was kind of like, maybe I'll stay out, maybe I won't stay out, I don't know. See what happens. And sure enough, it paid off, just like, you know, Parzival putting the car in reverse, and he didn't hit the wall, and he solved the first clue. Yay. So yeah, that was my New Year's. It was a very lucrative night. I was very happy. So it gave me, you know, take a day off, at least half a day off, because I did take New Year's Day off, and I took half of yesterday off, and kind of getting a late start today because, you know, this isn't the only vehicle I have. Well, it's not the only vehicle we have. Let me specify. You've heard me talk about my family, my wife. Her van needed tires, so, you know, because I'm a rideshare driver and I have flexibility, I don't have to clock in at a certain time. I don't have to clock out at a certain time. Went over to the tire store and had 4 tires put on her car. And now it's the 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm waiting for a ride and sitting here talking to you nice people. So, about to get the week started. As far as New Year's Eve goes, nothing terribly crazy happened on New Year's Eve night. Had a couple of groups of college kids who like to think that my van is a clown car. I am not Ronald McDonald. I am not Bozo. You are not getting 7, 8, 9, 10 people into the back of my van. I don't know what the laws are where you are, but here in Kentucky, you know, 1 person per seatbelt. So that's 6 people, and then me. And then they want to get rude with you. What do you mean we can't put an extra person in the car? Because you're not going to pay the ticket if we get pulled over. And if we get in an accident, my insurance won't pay for all of you, which means I have to pay for it. And I'm not doing that. You're not worth it. Drunk, obnoxious college kids, and then they get out of the car and they're even more rude. Oh, we're going to get you a 1-star and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I've checked my ratings. You weren't sober enough to remember to give me a 1-star. Thank you very much. And even if you did, I'm not that concerned about my rating. Because your 1-star still stacks up against the, 1,000-something 5-star ratings I've gotten at this point. So, whatever. You're drunk. Go home. So I was just driving down the highway, taking this passenger to his destination. And this hearse pulls into traffic in front of me. And, I see it's not unusual. It's a hearse. There's no funeral or anything. He's probably just going to make a pickup or something. I don't know. But I look on the back of it and I see the logo and I'm like, oh, it's Cadillac. And then I think to myself, I don't think I've ever seen an off-brand hearse. Like maybe the interment of my loved one might not cost a few $1,000s if, I don't know, the funeral director went to Kia and bought the hearse. I mean, a Cadillac is a luxury brand vehicle. Can we save a few bucks, please, Mr. Funeral Director? And get an off-brand hearse? That would be great. Dad doesn't care. Grandma doesn't care. Uncle Joe doesn't care. They're dead. So I'm recording this at night very specifically. One thing that passengers always ask me is, which one do you like better, Lyft or Uber? And really, they're the same for me as a driver. They just provide the service. They get me to you and you to where you want to go. One thing I do like better about Uber, though, is that their GPS has a nighttime version. Whereas Lyft just stays bright and in your face, and the Uber map will go black. Which is great because it's, not as obtrusive. The thing is, though, and maybe I'm just a little jumpy, I don't know, but when the sun goes down and the map goes black, it's like your phone gets demon possessed. Like you just expect the Krampus or something to come jumping out of it. Ah! I telegraphed that move. It was coming. I told you it was coming. If you jumped, that's your fault. Yeah, that, that's what I expect to see. Maybe not my face, but somebody's face, something coming out of the phone when the screen goes black. And I'm just like, oh God, I've got somebody in the back seat and they're going to, yeah. So I don't know, a little late for Halloween, but it creeps me out, and then I get over it and I keep driving. So another exciting adventure in Uber today, or last night actually. A couple of Asian gentlemen get in the car. They want 2 stops. Okay. So we go to drop the first guy off. No problem. Swipe the thing for the stop, and then we get to the second guy's address. This isn't a political rant. I'm not one of these English first idiots, but somewhere between putting in his buddy's address and putting in his address, you switched from English to Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. You barely speak English. Like, I'm just gonna follow the line on the map, okay? Okay. And I took him home. We figured it out. At least, Uber understands Japanese. Got him to his house. So, but this seems to be a week for strange things popping up. Sometimes you go to pick these people up and you're just like, I hope that's a nickname, or I really hope your mother didn't name you that. And if she did, you must have had a horrible time at school. Because, well, again, let me show you. Yep, it says Tit. And I picked Tit up. And it was a round trip, so I drove her across town to pick something up, and she got back in the car, and I took her right back to her apartment. It was real uncomfortable when, you've got to confirm who your passenger is with a name like that. Pick up for Tit. Yeah, I said it out loud. And don't get me wrong, I'm a 41-year-old man, but things like this, I just turn into a child. Tit. Yeah, pick up for Tit. Yes, you alone? Tit usually comes as a set, more than one. No, she was by herself. I'm sorry, folks. I turn into a child. I'm a man child. I admit it. In other news this week, I set up a Twitter account and an Instagram account. So take some pictures, and I tell people all the time, this is my full-time job. I'm out here 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. I see everything. And now you can too. I'm going to try and not put myself in too dangerous a situation, but take some pictures and show you guys some of the crazy things I see every day. And those will be posted, the Facebook page, the Instagram, the Twitter, and then you guys can kind of see what I see, and I don't have to put everything in the video. Kind of keep track of me, go see what's going on day by day. Well, thanks for tuning in this week. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I gotta start saying that at the end of every video now. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll see you out on the road. Don't forget to tip your servers and your drivers.